Hey, Mistake, how you doing? Cooling off here. I think it's down to 87. Heading to Hilton Head tomorrow. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Yeah, I'm not really that big a fan of Hilton Head. The only thing I like about it, honestly, is the restaurants and the grocery stores. You can get this like great beef and seafood and stuff like that. But the water's murky. It's like dirty looking. You never see anybody swimming in it. No waves. It's always this kind of like calm stuff. Oh, the salty dog? Oh, okay. I mean, I go on the beach here and there, but I think it's always some bunch of crap floating around. It's not like the crystal clear blue waters of Florida. There's no way I'd want to live there. All that traffic for what? Yeah, I'll check that out. Thank you. Oh, really? It's always murky. It looks like the Mississippi River. Yeah, the traffic sucks. Right. I wouldn't even care if I saw it once. I mean, Florida, I lived down there for a while. I still got a place down there. But you got to give them A plus for the beaches and the water. I mean, if that water was like that in Hilton Head, those houses would be twice as much. Yeah, it is expensive. But it's funny. If you Google uh, Hilton Head, there's a lot of poor people there too. It's nowhere near the money like that's in Florida, down around Palm Beach and places like that. Not even close. Yeah, it was all swampland. They didn't even develop most of that area till like the 80s. Everything's like damp, mossy, moldy, shit growing all over. I like a clean look, not like a damn Tarzan jungle everywhere you go. Yeah, swamp. Yep. Yep. One thing I'd find though, like south of there, like down around Brunswick. I was there today actually in Thompson, about 25 miles east of here. I go over there all the time to eat. There's a couple older women that run this like place in a Tractor Supply parking lot. And they're real hustlers. They go get shrimp and they buy 500 pounds and they sell it. And they got all sorts of fish. They take custom orders for oysters. Yeah, Top Cat, if you like quiet, you would love it here. Yeah, you can. I have access to a house down there quite a bit. You're welcome to visit if you want to sometime. It's in a gated community, private beach, all that bullshit. I mean, that doesn't really do much for me, but oh, you saw the video? Yeah, these women are probably in their 60s and they remind you like old shrimp boat captains. It wasn't busy today and I talked to a lady about 15 minutes. You can get grouper and oh, custom orders. So basically anything, even fish, they go through a broker down in Savannah. Just kind of cool. They had the biggest damn watermelons you've ever seen in your life. I bought one tonight. We just ate about a quarter of it. Oh yeah, big time. Yep. It's just like here now. The bird breeding's pretty much over, but in the spring when the birds are here, it's like super loud. Yeah, sounds the cricket. Yeah. Hey, waiting. Yeah, no problem. That's no problem. I tell people once I get set up here, they can come visit here too. Although I think about a day here would drive anybody nuts. Hey, Samka, how you doing? Well, Casey, if I had to guess to you, I just doubled my dose on Monday, and I think I'm better. But you know how all this stuff is. It's not like black and white. It's like, you're not sure of it, but I would say I'm trending towards better. I was talking to the waitresses in that Mexican place I ate today quite a while. It was kind of interesting. By the way, remember when I was there a couple weeks ago and that guy had a heart attack? He actually recovered fully. And it was nice to hear that his sister came and picked up the to-go order he got from his mother. When I was leaving there, the door was open on the ambulance, and I offered to deliver the food to wherever it was supposed to go, but he said, that's okay. Yeah, hit and miss. You got that right. The John Deere tractor got fixed today, too. We lock everything up when we leave, and I take all the keys out of all the equipment. I don't think you need to, but we do it anyway. I keep the John Deere tractor we're building a big giant 40 by 80 pole barn with a floor. I keep the zero turn mower and the John Deere tractor under like a carport, and I back the skid steer and the excavator. I back them up into the woods, like where there's little tree, where I can back them up where they're totally covered, so they don't get baked in the sun all day. Yeah, but we'll have a place for all that equipment when we get it. We just got some new attachments. Oh, it's expensive. It is. Yeah, it's fun messing around on that stuff. I was never like came from a background like that, and I didn't know anything. I had to learn how to use all this stuff, which isn't that hard. I think I could do a job with them now. I practice in them all the time. Sometimes I go out at 2 in the morning and I go over and knock over red anthills with the excavator. It's got these super bright lights on it like an airplane. And then I drive around. I think I know how to operate them all effectively. I mean, the zero turn mower's easy. The John Deere tractor's a no-brainer. The skid steers take some skill, and so does the excavator. Yeah, 40 by 80 barn. Plus, he's building like this 10,000 square foot building, swimming pool, and he's also getting a 1847 church torn down and reconstructed. If you ever look at that open area where I go back near the pond. Yeah, it's not really. I watch a lot of YouTube videos too, to tell you the truth. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. That really helps a lot. Those are popular machines. The skidster we have is the biggest one they make. And that thing will kill you. I mean, you can get in a lot of trouble with the skidster. If you look up skidster accidents, they're everywhere. Cutting your arms off, bashing your head in, rolling it over and getting thrown out. You name it. There's a million ways to kill yourself in a skidster. But the main thing, at least I got through reading about them, was don't ever get out of that damn thing while it's running. And don't ever circumvent any of the safety devices. I would not. I mean, you'll run out of time before you run out of articles about people maimed and killed. Happens all the time. So I've got a lot of respect for that, and I'm not in there dicking around, seeing how high I can get the bucket or None of that crap, man. I'm like a baby when I'm in that thing. Yeah, skidster is kind of like what you would think is a bobcat. I mean, it weighs 10 tons without any attachments. It kind of looks like a high-low. You see, it's a bob. It's better than a bobcat. Actually, the one we have, which is a 333G, runs circles around a bobcat. But they're super powerful machines. But a lot of guys kill themselves with them, leaving them running and getting outside because you toggle. It's like a tank, you know. Ours is on a track. It doesn't have tires. And man, all the handles do all the motions: dump, grab, lift, turn, all that stuff. And you just barely have to touch one of those handles. You could run over yourself, no problem. A lot of guys kill themselves by getting under the bucket, trying to clear debris. Now ours is on tracks, so that's not much of a problem. There's not too much that stops that. And they get out, man. You just got to touch that handle. That bucket weighs 1,000 pounds. Sometimes I'll go out, like yesterday we had a big tree come down branch and I towed it away with a chain. And sometimes like I'll go out in the field and I'll just mess around with it, screw around with it. And we have a mini excavator, not a full size one, but you know, it's still a big piece of equipment. Everything has air conditioned cabs. And there's a big old like tree that had fallen down about 2 weeks ago. And I was just back there dicking around. I really don't have anything to do. I'm all caught up with everything. And I took that bucket, you know, it's got like 5 teeth that are welded on the front of it 2 weeks ago. And that bucket, that tooth and that bucket dug down about 3 inches in that hard trunk of that tree. And I put a scrape in it about 20 feet long like it was nothing. It didn't even slow down the boom at all. It's amazing the power hydraulics have. Joysticks, that's it, Mystique. Yep. Yeah, the skidster is scary. That's the only one that, like I said, I'm like a baby in that. You go on YouTube and look at skidster accidents, you'll see what I mean. And that one, I no playing around on that baby. People do all sorts of stuff. They lift these heavy loads and then they dump it on top of them. There's a little clear plexiglass window. It's about 3/4 inch thick. But they actually dump rocks that bust through the top of the roof and crush the driver. Stupid shit. Hey, Frederick. Hey, Pug. And believe it or not, a lot of people get killed by getting backed over by a skidster. I've watched once I found out that, uh, I didn't know anything about him, and I went over to the John Deere dealership where my buddy buys most of the stuff. He gets it new if he can, but you can't get a lot of this equipment. It's on back order, so somebody's bought at auctions. And I was talking to a guy, and I said, hey, I don't know shit. You know, I'm not really a mechanical guy. I've never driven any of this stuff. And, you know, I'm on this farm now, and I got this, and this. He said, I'm going to tell you right out of the chute. He said, you want to read everything you can on that skidster. He said, you'll be dead in a month if you don't. He said, out of all the equipment, that's the one that'll kill you. And I did too. I didn't even buy the stuff there. I watched every YouTube video, read about them, whatever. I go out and I practice. I'm not experimenting with that damn thing. No way. It's crazy, the people that like tear off their arms and all sorts of shit. Hey, Mary. But it's super powerful. That's 100 horse and it's 10 tons. There was another big tree here, like huge tree, like 8 feet long. Now just put that bucket up to it and just push that, like probably weighs like 5,000 pounds. And just push it like it's nothing. I can take a full bucket of dry dirt, of ground that's never been dug, and put that bucket down and scoop up 500 pounds of dirt like it's nothing. Yeah, you know, we have a four-wheeler here, a Ranger. You know, for some reason, those don't interest me. I don't know why. I never really was interested in that kind of stuff. I don't know. I mean, I do take it once in a while back to the pond, but normally I take this F450 and just drive that back there. I'll tell you, it surprised me with this F450 the other day. We got some rain, and I've put it in four-wheel drive a couple times, and it's a pain in the ass getting out of it. Sometimes it takes a minute to shift out of it, so I didn't want to screw with it. And actually, that dually F450 had a little trouble going up a not so steep incline. I was surprised. I mean, I eventually got up it, and I could have put it in four-wheel drive, but I was worried about dicking with it for 20 minutes, trying to get it back in regular drive. It should be easy, and it's not. Oh, good, Frederick. Yeah, we don't have too much. We've got this red dirt down here. I don't know. I just don't like those. They're not that interesting to me. We got a four-seater one. It goes good. I mean, I've driven it before, but I'm just not into it that much. I absolutely love this F450 I drive around now. What a machine, man. I mean, of course, it gets, terrible gas mileage. It's a diesel, turbocharged diesel. But this truck is a beast. It's got stiff suspension, because it's, made for towing. But I love this truck. I do. Yeah, red clay. Hey, don't like that. Yeah, I mean, it's not practical to drive, but I'd do it anyway. I mean, if you were going to get in an accident or something, that's the way to go. It's a four-seater. It's got all stitch leather. It's got every bell and whistle in the world. Sounds good. Turbocharged. I love this truck. It's the same engine as the F250, which is right over there, but I don't like the 250 as much. I just think the dualies look so cool with those flared wheel wells. Yeah, I miss the Astro van too. I'm probably going to scrap that when I get home. I don't even know if it'd make it down here, to tell you the truth. Oh, thank you, John. I had mentioned to you guys the other day, one of my buddy's good friends is Freddie Neely. He had the NHRA speed record in top fuel dragsters for a while. You could look on YouTube. He's got videos on there. A lot of these guys just were born rich. He's one of them. And I was talking to him today, and he sold a liquor store for like $6 million in Conyers, Georgia. And he's still got a dragster hanging from the ceiling. And I talked to him today. He said he's going to leave the airplanes hanging from the ceiling, but not the dragster. And I said, what do you think that dragster's worth now? He said you could still get 500 grand for it. And as it turns out, these dragsters have to get inspected before you're allowed to race. He said you'd need a new chassis with that one. It was basically timed out. And as I mentioned before, he was on the top fuel drag circuit for quite a while. And he said that all those crew guys are paid union wage. And even on a good year, they lost $2 million a year. And I asked him what it was like driving one of those. And you know what he said? Believe it or not, he said it's like slow motion. He said it does something to your brain and everything slows down. He said it does. And every driver he talks to says the same thing. Oh, thank you. I see you. Yeah, man. Can you believe that guy wasn't even hitchhiking? You know what I mean? Yeah, I pick up everybody. Like I said earlier today, I'll probably get murdered picking up somebody someday because I pick up everybody that I see on the side of the road. I mean, it was 99 degrees today, and he was nowhere near anything. Yeah, I wouldn't think of passing him. Yeah, it will be a sad day. And I might not. I've run into a lot of guys down here that do fabricating and engine work and that kind of stuff. Yeah. This Freddie Neely's got a bunch of airplanes too. Well, what is that ASW shotgun? No. Yeah, you're right. This guy, there's a guy that he knew that wanted one of those Hellcats, and he bought one. And the guy couldn't come up with the money after the car came in. You know, he's been offered $30,000 more for that car than what it listed for. Oh, Atlanta Speedway. Oh, okay. Hey, Frisky. Yeah, everybody's really nice down here. Yeah, Prophet. No, it's true. Yeah, it's a different group of people down here that I'm with. I mean, there's some guys down here with just tons of money. You wouldn't believe it. Oh yeah, yeah. I tried to take it. I felt bad for the guy, you know. But he recovered. He's eaten there twice since, and he got some more to go. So good for him. Hey, Buttercup. Yeah, it looked like we had some thunderstorms here today, but they never really developed. Yeah, it's crazy. I know it sounds ignorant as hell, but you know, you'd think in a place where I was from, like around Detroit, the automobile country, and money, and you know, good economy and great jobs for years, but I've never seen money in my life like I have hanging around this guy and his friends. I mean, crazy money. I mean, not like crazy money, but a lot of money. I mean, they're always like making 2.5 million here, 4 million there. They don't even want to screw around with real estate if there's not $1 million in 6 months. Yeah. Yeah, just in there, like my friend owns a paper company, but like this Neely guy, he never really worked. Where I'm finding out there's a lot of money, believe it or not, and you guys probably know this anyway, is at least the last 10 years is buying farms and breaking them up and selling them. You buy like a 600-acre farm and you break it up into 150-acre farms and you sell it and you hold the paper on it. No, I really don't, Buttercup. No, I was kind of timed out in Michigan. You know, I was starting to run out of stuff to do. The winters are nothing anymore. And you know, in the back of my mind too, he sold it right away. He sold it right away. Collection off eBay. Yep, sold it right away. Most of these guys are like turn stuff. You know, sell it here. Yeah, he was a nice guy, wasn't he, Frederick? Poor bastard, man. He wasn't even hitchhiking. You know, I'll tell you. You know how you get vibes. You know, it's weird. When I was down in Detroit doing all that crazy shit, at least at the beginning, I'm telling you, I used to spend all night in Detroit. You know, when I was really starting out in the depths of despair and depression, I would leave West Branch at like 9 at night, get down to Detroit 11. I would stay up all night, going in abandoned buildings, driving up in neighborhoods, just nuts. I did that for like 3 years almost and loved every second of it, man. I wish I could get 10% that excited about something now. But anyway, when I was down there at the time, Detroit was really dead. And nobody recognized me. Nobody knew me from YouTube. It was great, man. It was like anonymity plus. And that was really fun. But, you know, this 20 is only about maybe 5 miles from me. 20, you can look at the Crawfordville exit. And for some reason, it just gives me the creeps. It's always super busy. There's always like a lot of out-of-state plates. And it just reminds me of like a segment on the first 48. It just looks like crime and weird shit. It just strikes me as like if you broke down there at like 2 in the morning, it would not be safe. And I don't even have anything to base that on. But it's just hot, it's muggy, it's barren, nothing's open, everybody's doing speeding. It's just weird looking. Yeah, they were Mystique, yeah. Hey, Kathy. I mean, I will eventually get to Atlanta. You know, Atlanta's half the distance Detroit was for me, but I mean, basically, here's how I decided the whole thing. So I get up to West Branch. You know, the goal up there when I went up there was to keep my sister from going out of business, which I did do. It didn't last for long, though. I don't even talk to her anymore. I haven't talked to her in 8 years. Uh, you know, I really tapped out Michigan. I mean, UP, Sault Ste. Marie, you guys, you watch the videos. I love the winter, but the winters really haven't been that much. So then I, getting super depressed again. YouTube's falling apart. You know, I got nothing to do. I just don't feel like doing PI work anymore. I'm getting divorced. Don't feel like dating. Don't want a job. So here I am up in West Branch, basically, and my Detroit connection got cut off. It changed so much. And, I'm not getting younger. You know, believe it or not, 10 years ago is a lot different than now. And it finally just occurred to me, it's like, you just can't keep going down to these bad neighborhoods with your dog. And now gas is $5 a gallon. And what if you get in an accident down there? People ran into me, threatened me all the time. It's like, it's just not worth it. So I just like quit doing that as much. And then I'm just sitting around, and I had like another damn dive here about 2 months ago. And then I'm thinking, well, I'm getting older, right? Don't feel like dating. Don't really hang around anybody. Really got nothing going on, to be honest with you. I mean, financially, I'm all right. It's about to get a lot better, though. So, I just happened to meet this guy about 5 years ago. I mean, I could have ended up anywhere, but it's just the thought of staying in West Branch till I die is just depressing. There's nothing going on there. So my friend here said, hey, why don't you come down here? Let's get the fuck out of there, man. And don't go back. He said, I'll pay for everything. It's like, you don't need to pay for everything. He said, no, I will. Just get out of here. I like having you around. Keep an eye. Don't do shit. You can go to Hilton Head. Play around this equipment. I said, are you serious about this? He said, yeah, man, I am, man. I said, well, okay. So I just packed up a suitcase. I didn't even take everything. My cameras, nothing. Here I've been going on 7 weeks. You think, wow, that's crazy. Like, why would you do that? I'll tell you why. Nothing else going on. I mean, not that it's in a bad way. If I could flip a switch and have a wife or a girlfriend or kids, I wouldn't do it. It's just, life works out different ways for people. If you watch these crime shows and stuff, you never know what's going to happen. You think you do, but you never know what twist and turn's going to happen. So I just got to where I tapped out West Branch, had a great time, was kind of getting old. And even though I like the winters are mild. And I just can't be like running around out there digging holes in the ice with nobody around for 20 more years probably. So I got thinking about it, and it's like, shit, man, I don't even have an emergency contact, to tell you the truth. So I thought, well, I'll go down to Georgia. So here I am, Georgia. Yeah, I am lucky. You better believe I'm lucky. I don't think I realize that. It's funny. My whole damn life, like, I never always had, like, people, like, thought I was a good guy, and I never had a problem socializing or having a girlfriend or anything like that, but I just kind of lost interest in that stuff at a young age. I remember thinking when I decided to leave my wife, it's like, I don't really like somebody around all the time. I mean, I'm sure it's mental illness. And, I never wanted that in life. But, as time clicks by, I mean, the only thing I miss go visit Mary up there and my buddy, it's a local doctor. But other than that, it's just another thing too is like the world's getting crazy. Crime, drugs. It's even starting to slowly come to West Branch. You know, we get like a murder every other year now. We used to get none. I mean, you can see the writing on the wall. And down here, it is a adjustment. But I just have to bite the bullet, realize I'm going to live like 10 or 15 years, and just be a hermit and not be subject to like crazy property taxes, congestion, riffraff moving in, drugs, crime. So I thought, well, what the fuck? I'll give it a try. So here I am. It wasn't even like, it's just funny how stuff works out. Hey, Anthony, too. Yeah, that's it. Don't like that. Yeah, I always kind of felt like that, too. I don't think I really ever felt in the fit in the world like family wise, and that just skipped me completely. My parents were a couple of weirdos, and they were very adamant, letting you know they didn't want me. I don't think they wanted my sister either. That was a shotgun wedding, and there were two stillbirths in between me and my sister. And I'll bet you money that was drugs or drinking. I sometimes wonder if that's why I'm fucked up. I bet my mom drank and smoked like hell while she was pregnant with me. I'll bet you she did. I mean, that may or may not have anything to do with it, but I never liked Christmas or birthdays or any of that bullshit. And when I got involved with somebody that did, it was always like Chinese water torture. You know, I would like put up with it at the beginning. And then before you know it, I'd get tagged as like antisocial and, you know, which I am in a way. And it just seemed like at about 35, everything seemed like it was too much bullshit. Hey, Bill. Hey, J-Bo, how you doing? Where you been? Yeah, so here I am now. I joke about pulling a rabbit out of a hat, but this is a big question mark here down here. I mean, there's more opportunities. I don't want to. I'm going to let my PI license expire. There are more opportunities down here. I don't want to do PI work. I don't really want to do any work, to tell you the truth. I've gotten so lazy, it's ridiculous. I just watch crime shows, but I'm not happy, though. That's the thing, you know. It's not like I'm trying to tell you I got it made down here. I mean, I do have it made, but it isn't like I think that I have it made. I'm not like getting up every day thinking, wow, you know, you don't do shit. You go out to lunch, it's air conditioning, you watch crime shows. That's true. But to be honest with you guys, I'm not really like happy. I mean, I was happy when I was going up to down to Detroit during the good days. I really loved that. I did. Going, buying the clerks dinner at the hotel, going to Sault Ste. Marie, waiting for the locks to open, videoing a blizzard. But I haven't had a really happy moment in a long time. Who's happy is right. You're right, Jabo. Yeah, so I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna I'm just like in limbo right now. Like it's a good limbo. Like I'll go to Hilton Head tomorrow for 4 days or something. Uh, I'm gonna build it. I don't even feel like building this house. This guy must think to himself, what is wrong with this guy? Comes down here, doesn't do shit. Gonna build a house. I don't even like want to draw the plans up. I'm so unmotivated to do anything. It's ridiculous. I would just live in a garage on a cot. I'm not shitting you. Oh, Laurel, yeah, I know what you mean. You know, and Laurel, honestly, you know, this whole thing may just be a product of getting older. You know? Yeah, I think it'd be a product of getting older. Hey, Cam. Oh, I'll bet. Congratulations, Mary. So I don't know, I don't know what I'll do. I mean, I could do all sorts of shit. Now, I mentioned you guys the other night is what's becoming a problem nationwide, but particularly around big places like Atlanta. It's crazy that it's this rural, 90 miles from Atlanta, but is these truck parking lots. You can't park trucks anywhere now. Even truck stops are starting to charge for parking lots. So let me give you an example. Like, I don't really want to do shit. This guy, my friend here, has bought this Union Point town up. I mean, he buys all sorts of shit all the time. I may buy one of these lots, parking truck lots, and play around with that. Or I would like to do something, but it just gets boring doing nothing. Yeah, it's it, Kathy. Yeah, Mystique. Yep. Oh yeah, yeah. My big problem down here. It's not that big of a problem because honestly, I mean, if you met me like early on, through the interviews and stuff, I mean, the content is much different now. I mean, believe me, no one knows that more than I do. But, I've been straight about it the whole time. I mean, I am going to do more YouTube content, but I've never made it like a goal to get subscribers and all that bullshit. Man, am I glad that I hadn't. I mean, you could become a slave to all that stupid shit. So even though, like, I put up bullshit videos, I know I do. They're not interesting like they used to be. I will get back to what I did before. I'm just not set up for it right now. Oh, good luck, Buttercup. So, well, you know how it is. Yeah, it does make a difference, yep. Yeah, that's a good idea. It rained like that a little while today, yeah. Yeah, getting old sucks. Getting old does suck. I was looking last night. I was looking into golden pheasants. Then I looked into catfish farming. And even though I eat meat, I don't think I could raise it and then kill it. I just couldn't do it. It's crazy. I mean, I looked at sheep, lambs, thought about camels again. Then after I researched it, worms. I am going to get into beekeeping. I do have some beehives. I got into it too late this year and I couldn't get any package bees. I'm going to fool around with bees. Well, that fucking COVID goddamn near killed me, man. I'm still not over that. It's 3 weeks Monday. Yeah, COVID. Yeah, mushrooms. I think that's a good idea. I was really going to check into that, but I think this Trentrelex is working. I mean, I know, I've read about it. It's all been positive. I know people that had a great success, but it's not, it's so much easier to go to CVS and get a big bottle of Trentrelex than it is setting up this mushroom shit. You go over, some fucker's got a tie-dye shirt on, playing fucking John Lennon in reverse, wanting to babysit you while you swallow this thing. I just can't get enthused about it. It's not like I'm, meeting with some Stanford PhD that understands the chemical intricacies of it. I mean, I've never even smoked marijuana. I'm not bragging. It's just something that never really interested me. Hey, Simple Life, how you feeling? That's right, Frederick. Yeah, I mean, if it was easy, and I'd probably do it. But the last goddamn thing I need to do is start fucking around with Schedule One illegal drugs. Yeah, I hate to say it. You know what I mean? It's like it's just, I was into pit bulls for a long time, and they were great dogs, and I had a good experience with them. And it's much different now than it was when I was doing it. They were still wanting to arrest you and kick you out of a city. I went through a lawsuit with the city of Dearborn over two pit bulls that would have licked you to death just because they were harassing me so much. And, I thought it'd be cool just having pit bulls and breeding dogs, but I know this sounds terrible, but it's just having pit bulls isn't like having dachshunds. And even though I love pit bulls and I had a great experience and I know good owners and they're good dogs, the class of people that were always interested in them were just a little on the rough side. I'm not saying anything bad about them, but by and large, it was like, oh, God. It was just like 75% riffraff. Oh, good, Simple Life. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Congratulations. So even though like the mushroom thing is promising, it's just, I think I'm going to try to keep going to CVS. Yeah, I know they grow naturally, but it's just like the federal government treats marijuana as a class 1 drug, the same category as heroin. Oh, really, Simka? Oh, do you? Yeah, no, I loved my pit bulls. I'm on this Trintrellix, which I've taken before, but I think where I messed up before is I didn't take it long enough. I think this is my third, maybe going on a month. I just went from 5 to 10 milligrams. Yeah, bookstores are dead. Don't like that. I don't want to be stuck inside some place while somebody comes in and tries to get a $3 book for $2. I think I'd kill them. Yeah, why would you say that, Simca? What would make you say that? Why would you recommend that? Nah, I don't think I'd like that too much. Breeding dogs. I haven't looked at breeding tropical fish. Oh, good for you, Kathy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna, I think I might do a parking lot for semi trucks. Yeah. Hey, Lee, how you doing? Oh, that's all right. You'll fit in perfect. Oh, good, Lee. Welcome. Oh, no kidding, Simca. Yeah, I agree. There's a sound argument for regulation. Yeah, where I live though, man, there's only 400 people in the whole town. 1,500 in the county. I mean, most businesses won't work just basically because of the demographics. I mean, you got such a sparse population. Yeah, I think I'll just ride it out. Yes, Georgia. Yeah. No, they're super conservative. They'll never make marijuana legal down here, which is fine with me. Oh yeah, really, Lee, huh? Yeah, there's nobody here. Nope. I noticed the bats aren't flying tonight. Oh, really, Lee? I do like it here, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not in love with it, but it's quite an adjustment. Oh, good, Simca. Crickets, Jabo. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Mystique. No, that's happened a lot of places, Lee, yeah. Yep, you're right. Oh, good, Casey. Crawfordville. If you look at Crawfordville, Google it, you'll see they filmed like 13 or 14 movies here. Sweet Home Alabama was filmed here. A couple other movies. Yeah, we're going to hang some bat houses. Yeah, that's it, Mystique, yeah. Yeah, I tried that, Melissa. Yeah, I did. A long time ago, yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, they still got some Sunday thing going. And we don't have a liquor store in this county. I got to go over to Greensboro, Lake Oconee. Oh, do you, Mary? Yeah, I think everything does grow down here pretty good. Yeah, that's right, Ruby. They got a name for those people. Yeah. Yep. Oh, how do they look? Did they bloom, Mary? Did they end up blooming? Hey, Pretty Peaches, good. Good for you. Did you get a broiler down there today? Yeah, like cut flowers, yeah. Yeah, me too, Jabo. Oh, okay. By seizing people the smoking marijuana on traffic stops. Yeah, and the state subsidizes counties like this. Yeah, there's no tax revenue really. It's basically cops pulling over people, and they got about 25 miles of I-20. That's where they get a lot of it, and state subsidies. Yeah, 99. He's doing good, Grandma. Thank you. Yeah, I never messed with him either. Nope. Yeah, me too. I was never this side of it, Conan. Yeah, I sure did. Better believe it. Air conditioned everything. Well, I would say just hanging out, Mystique. Going to Hilton Head tomorrow. Yeah, there's millions of fireflies. You wouldn't believe it. Oh, really, Mary? Yeah, there are no main employers. It's only like 3 gas stations. Believe it or not, there's a feed mill down the street. They make chicken feed. And that's about it, really. There's no jobs. No, I don't. I got a hole in one the first time I went golfing, Kathy. Can you believe that? I was reading an article today. They say these fuel prices are really affecting travel. They're cheap. The median income here is low, like 28,000 or something like that. It's the third ruralest county east of the Mississippi. Yeah, there was a guy around here that just crashed an airplane from Toccoa, Georgia. That's kind of like the town I live in. That's north of me, just east of Athens. Yeah, it's beginner's luck, yep. Oh, cool. Yeah, Tybee Island, yep. Yeah, my temper is getting better as I get older. You guys come down here, we can do our own miniature Burning Man. Yeah, more patience. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Jabo. I was watching a YouTube video last night of professional golfers that lost their cool. No, that'd be too boring. No, I'd wait until January. Yeah, he could do it. Hella dang. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Kathy. Yeah, I think a commune would be cool. This church ought to be reconstructed in about 90 days. I actually have one of those mail order ordinations, which is legal to do a marriage. You think you'd be up for Burning Man, Jabel? Yeah, if you look at tiny houses, though, they're not cheap, Buttercup. If you look at what they get per square feet. Yeah, you'd like it, Simca. Yeah, it's funny you should say that about golfing. Augusta, which is an hour east, we'll probably stop and get a sandwich at this Hildebrandt's downtown Augusta tomorrow. But I don't watch the news much, but when I do, there's always like a shooting in Augusta, carjacking. I mean, I tend to think of Augusta as this big golf tournament. I see they're having the problems everybody else is having. No, they're not cheap. Right, yeah. Hey, Mary, did your girlfriend make it back from Arizona to open the bookstore? Yeah, I think you're probably right, Miss Alyssa. That's a hell of a good guess. You're probably right. Yeah, glad you're back to work, Simple Life. Good to see you here. Have a good day tomorrow. Oh, okay, Mary. Oh, that sucks. Oh, okay, that's nice. Yeah, he was a cool guy. Yeah, I'd like to do that, but all the territory is kind of taken up around here. Hey, Margaret, how you doing? Oh, that's cool. How's that retired state trooper? Have you seen him lately? I don't really pay attention to him, Mystique, to tell you the truth. There's this real good kick-ass grocery store about a mile away. I don't even, can't even tell you the name of it. I took a video of it last time I was over there. They got all this meat like on a glass shelf, and they got all this kick-ass killer seafood. We usually get something there and cook it at home because there's always a line and a reservation and bullshit. I mean, I couldn't even tell you the name of one restaurant and I ate there because normally we just do that. None of us like waiting in line, parking, and all that crap. So I don't really have one. There's a 24-hour diner there about a mile and a half away. It's like a it's like a setup from the old days, the 50s. You may know where I'm talking about. I don't even know the name of that place, but it's really good. You can go there 7 days a week, 24 hours. Yeah, the lobster. I hate to say it, that lobster was not that good. It tasted kind of old, to be truthful. Yeah, probably too, Frederick. Yeah, I mean, now you go out, everything's so expensive now, from steak to seafood. You go out and you get like a lobster tail, and it's about an inch long. So it's just like at least there you can just, even if you're buying it retail, you get a big kick-ass steak at $65. You know what I mean? But at least you're getting a decent sized steak you can cook on the grill. No, it was not. I'm telling you, I didn't say anything, of course, but no, I thought it was on the old side, kind of like a tangy taste. Plus, another thing, here it is, lobster salad, right? And they got mixed with celery. It's like, what are you putting celery in lobster salad for? Celery sucks. That's like bok choy at a Chinese buffet. So, I mean, they're not batting 1,000 there. I mean, it's good. Everything else has been pretty good. Hey, Pam. Good night, Casey. No, it's not, Kathy. It's getting not worth it. They canceled the king crab season in Alaska for 21, 22. That's why if you turn on that show now, you'll see them out doing other things. It's because they ran out of content. Yeah, I mean, I was just looking the other night just for the hell of it at Peter Luger Steakhouse in the Bronx. I mean, if you go in a top-notch place now and get an aged steak, what's surprising to me is I watch some of these videos where they're in these good steakhouses like Burns in Tampa, or like Peter Luger's in Brooklyn. You know, a good steak now is about $160 if you go in and get a good steak. But anyway, when you're watching these things, you would think that before you uploaded a video, that you would dot every I and cross every T with regard to cleanliness, hygiene, wearing a hairnet, handling the meat. They don't. On that Burned Steakhouse, this guy's talking about how you put this steak on the grill and there's a hot end and a cold end and, you know, the Delmonico part and blah, blah, blah. And it's pretty cool. And I'm watching this thing. He takes this raw steak, sets it on this ledge right before the grill, cooks it, seasons it. They say the only thing they use is salt and butter. Cooks the steak and then brings it out and sets it right where the steak was before it was cooked. I mean, you're not supposed to be doing stuff like that, let alone be a famous steakhouse and uploading a video. I mean, what the hell? Yeah, it was not worth it. It was definitely not worth it. Definitely not worth it. No, it's crazy. If you look up that Peter Luger Steakhouse in Brooklyn, it's crazy. They're not even serving good steak there. Isn't that ridiculous? Cross-contamination. Yeah, that's exactly right. Look at it, Burned Steakhouse. I just couldn't believe my eyes. And you would think that by now somebody would see it and it's like, hey, you dumbasses, you know, you're a famous steakhouse and you just showed how to cook steaks and this is what you did. Yeah, cross-contamination. Yeah. I mean, I did a little video of that last place. You know, and honestly, to be honest with you, like Hilton Head and stuff, some of this shit is still a ripoff. Uh, I mean, I don't think I'm a connoisseur, but I read a lot about stuff. And some of these things they're not worth what they're charging for. They're not. Yeah, in Michigan, they call it serve safe. Yeah, like cleanliness tactics and that kind of thing. I was reading too, these steakhouses are really kind of in a bind. You know, steaks going up so much that it's getting to the point now where they're actually noticing it in their bottom line with losing customer base. You know, now there are certain high-end places that, you know, seem busy no matter what. But like I know like Texas Roadhouse, which I wouldn't really call a top-notch steakhouse. You know, they're raising their prices and it's getting to the point now where it's like, you know, $5 a gallon gas, crazy prices for steak. I mean, you got to be a millionaire to go out and eat now. It seems like a buttercup, yep. No, you will love a good aged steak, for sure. Big difference. Takes about 30 days to age a steak. Yeah, right, Simke, yep. Now, Steele, don't be starting bullshit over here. If you got a problem with what Bimbo does, keep it to yourself. Don't come over here and start posting that gossipy bullshit. They want to, you know, I got a weak signal here, so I can't block these people. Could somebody get rid of this jack off? Hey, Simka, could you get rid of this troublemaking Steele? Thank you. Oh, you like that? Thank you. Yeah, there's going to be a murder thing coming on TV. I'll tell you another thing, too. Like, I know this sounds like I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you it's not for me. But if you've been over to Sea Pines, it costs $10 to get in there in Hilton Head. It's all this bullshit. You know, all these hour wait in line, rip off dinner bullshit, $1 million boats parked all over the place. And it's busy. And if you read about Sea Pines, it's like desirable. I mean, their property values are like nuts. I wouldn't want to live in Sea Pines. If you gave me a place there, I would sell it. It's congested. It's bullshit. It's all fake. I've eaten at a couple restaurants in there before. I thought they were okay. And it's not like I'm picky, but I've been around long enough to like know the difference between bullshit and good, especially with meat. You're not conning me on Kobe beef or passing off choice meat for prime or any of that bullshit. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I've been reading and eating and experiencing this stuff for a long time. And you're going to have a hard time bullshitting me on a steak. Sea pines, yeah. Hey Julie, how you doing? Yeah. Yeah, they are outrageous. What surprises me is like it's a gated neighborhood, like where I stay over there. But yet there's houses there that are built out of that like board, that wood board that they make sheds out of. You would think that if you were anywhere near a damp salt water, that'd be the last thing you build a house of, is that exterior wood. I forget what they call it, OBS or something. Julie, how you been doing? And just my opinion, which of course doesn't mean anything. Charbroiled steaks that are cooked in these steakhouses, they're custom grills. They get to 1800 degrees on both sides. Have that book on the coffee table, and it shows these kick-ass restaurants. And when you look at a steak, you'll see where it's charred on the top and the bottom, but the middle is pink. I mean, that's like a true medium rare steak. You couldn't cook that at home even if you wanted to, and you can't cook it on a grill because by the time it gets that charred on the outside, it's overdone in the middle. That's why when you go to top-notch premium steakhouses like Luger's in New York or Burns in Florida, they have custom grills. Now, the downside of that is you're not getting any really true char. I mean, you kind of are, but it isn't like char from charcoal and smoking, light smoke. It makes meat taste so much damn better. It's ridiculous. Yeah, if you want to check out an interesting, look at Burns Steakhouse in Tampa. They've got a dessert room. I mean, you can drop 250, 300 there for two people, no problem. You're kidding me, Julie. Wow. Teacher walkout. What, are they not making enough money? Good night, Buttercup. Huh. I mean, honestly, it's getting to the point now where, like, I mean, I like good something if I can get it, but I'm not jumping through too many crazy hoops for it. The lobster salad was nuts. It's $60 a pound. It wasn't even that good, to be honest with you. Yeah, you're right. A broiler. That's what they use, a broiler. Yep, but it broils from the top and the bottom. Yeah, the best place I had at the best steakhouse in Ann Arbor was Knights. You ever go over to Knights? And even that place got crazy expensive. You know where I'm talking about, over near the softball fields? But as I said, it's getting to the point now where, even some of these fine steakhouses, I mean, it's not like the old days where there was a bunch of money around and gas was affordable. I mean, they don't want to get stuck with a bunch of expensive steaks. Uh, so, it's an issue sometimes if they even have them. All right, Kathy, good talking to you. Have a good day tomorrow. Yeah, it's a good place. They actually own a butcher shop, Knights, but I think it's the best meat in Ann Arbor. Yeah. Yeah, Knights. Yep. Knights. Yep. You look it up, it'll come right up. Yeah, I think that's, I don't want to say it's overpriced, but it is. Yeah, Knights. Yep. Yeah, and I agree. I agree at Mystique. Yeah, he got bit by a dog. He was in the hospital almost 3 weeks, Gary. He called me a couple weeks ago. Becky and the boyfriend ended up getting evicted. Gary's a really good guy. Yeah, I am. Yep. Yeah, you'd like it. It's expensive though. I mean, I would say it's overpriced, but I'm starting to think that about everywhere now. Gary said it was a long story, but he was trying to help a friend. I don't know if it did or not, but I know he was in the hospital 3 weeks. Yeah, he said he was doing pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, isn't that the truth, Jabo? I think he worked at some tire shop, some kind of mechanical work. No, she didn't. Nope. I mean, that's what Gary said. They were spending all their money on drugs, and he was working full time. Couldn't even pay rent anymore. Yeah, I know it sucks. Yeah, it's brutal. That's a shitty life, man. Really. My buddy and I here, the guy here, we were talking the other night about there's some things worse than death. That's the first thing that came to mind. Is living like Becky does. That's no shit. I think I'd rather be dead. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know about that or not, Reed. I mean, I might have heard that or some shit. I can't say if I knew that or not. You know what I mean? Because it was never really important. I remembered it as he worked full time, and I didn't know if he did drugs or not, but I may be misspeaking on that. I don't know that I really knew for sure. Yeah, I don't think Becky has any interest in getting sober. None. I mean, I couldn't help but wonder what happened to them getting evicted. I mean, can you imagine getting evicted? I mean, even like take a night like tonight. It was 97 in Detroit tonight. Just living in a damn bando. God. Yeah, probably Melissa. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know, Rita. I mean, it's never really like I didn't care one way or the other. I mean, I wish she didn't, but the best to the guy, but I never really paid much attention to it. And I think if it was mentioned, I might have repeated what somebody said. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not trying to beg out of the question, but I don't, it wasn't like important to me. Yeah, you're right, Mystique. Yeah. Hey, Kay, how you doing? Good. Yeah, it's like that down here today, Kay. Yep. No, the perfume guy did not. No, Gary Airy's actually a smart Jew. Gary owns a few pharmacies at one time. Came from an educated family in Oak Park. He got caught one time bringing a couple semi-trucks of cigarettes from Indiana to Michigan and not paying the tax. Oh, that's all right, Mystique. Isn't that something, Julie? Julie, you think that's going to be resolved by the fall? No, Gary's smart. No, he wouldn't do that, Reed. He's smart about that. Not happening. He'll come get her when she's, down and out and let her spend a week out there and take her out to eat. And it's probably 3 or 4 blowjobs, but that's about it. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yep. That's it, Mary. Yeah. Yep. I can say today is the first time that I would actually say that I felt normal. Like talking and having a chat and not like a little bit sick. And today would have been my 18th day since I got that shit. Well, actually, no, it wouldn't have been. Would have been my 23rd day. Yeah. Yeah, I would say, seriously. I got most of my taste back. I mean, 3 nights ago, I got up at 4:30 in the morning and started throwing up. Weird. Threw up for like a half hour. Felt like shit. Yeah, I think I've had it twice too. Yeah, I would get it, man. My buddy and I both thought we would have died if we didn't have it. I mean, maybe not. You never know. You know how it is. You can read 10 books on a booster that say you're going to killing yourself. Government's injecting a microphone into you. You can read 10 books by educated medical professionals that think you're fucking crazy if you don't get it. So as a layperson that's just trying to survive, you just read this bullshit and pull the trigger. I mean, my dick might fall off, but I got the booster. Maybe I made a mistake. I don't know. It just seemed like with everything that I read, it was the way to go. And I survived COVID, so maybe I would have survived it without it. I don't know. Yeah, she's not doing good, okay? No, thank you, Julie. Life is that way. It's like a lot of bullshit. I mean, you just don't know. I mean, I eat meat, but I couldn't kill cattle, and, you know, uh, just a lot of this shit in life. Like, you know, uh, it's on your mind, and you just make a decision and go with it. Yeah, but that's for the different strains. I mean, I believe everything my doctor buddy said. He's an osteopath too, so he's not drug happy. I'm going to get that next booster. He said these new strains are take your ass out. Yeah, I had both. I had the vaccine and the booster K. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what they say. I built antibodies, all that kind of shit. You know how you're faced with like lots of stuff like that. Like I don't give a shit about gay shit, and I really don't, man. I mean, I administrated the estates of two gay guys I knew for years. I mean, not that that makes me an expert or I'm better than somebody that has a problem with it. It just, that never really bothered me. I didn't give two shits. But on the same token, I say gay parades, all that shit. You can have all that fine with you, but this is the way I explain it to people. It's all right. I don't think you should be discriminated against any of that crap. But if you're going to have a baby, and I'm going to have a baby, not me. Now, is there anything wrong with that? Oh, thank you, Teresa. Oh, yeah, I would definitely get it. I would. Okay. Oh, cool, Drifter. I was just talking about like different things that, you think. I was talking about gay stuff. It didn't bother me. I had a lot of gay friends. Really, I could care less either way. But if you're going to have a baby and I'm going to have a baby and one of them's going to be gay, I hope it's yours, not mine. Yeah, well, tell them that. So I'm assuming they're relatively young. Hopefully he's not a diabetic or overweight or any of those kind of things that put you into high risk. But I'll tell you, man, I've never been that sick in my life. And I didn't even get a heavy duty version of it, but I felt bad. Yeah, he'll be all right. Yeah, it keeps it simpler. But like nowadays, you gotta like grit your teeth and act like you're gonna get some canned answer. Like, if there's a father and you're into sports, let's say, and you want to take your son hunting, and you have aspirations of that, or teaching him how to throw a football or shoot a free throw. Not that kids don't do any of that shit. You know what I'm talking about. And this is just one of these discussions that come up nowadays. And I just tell them like it is, man. Instead of having a son running around in fucking leotards, jumping up and down to classical music. No thanks. Yeah, say la vie. That's right, Julie. Yeah, it's true. It's like, yeah, this is my son Tommy Jr. And today we're going to shop for leotards for his ballet. Oh, does he, Conan? Yeah, it'll give him some credibility. I mean, if you look at some places, it's getting high risk again. I mean, the numbers are way up. Yeah, Tutu. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, yeah, paint me pink. Yeah, right, Melissa. Yep. Yeah. I would say I'm liking it. Liking it. I wouldn't say loving it, to be honest with you. I mean, I talk to the walls all day long. I mean, when you really love something and you're really into it, you're just like thankful. It's cool. You're telling all your friends. It's not like that. When I have to help convincing myself every day how great it is here, there's a problem. I would say I'm liking it, not loving it. Yeah, that's the way I don't give a shit about the gay shit. I really don't. But I'm just saying, I think if I had a son, I would hope that he wouldn't be gay. Help him pick out pink leotards. What the fuck? I got a buddy down here, and I was kind of sick of Michigan, and I just said, fuck it. I'm kind of like that spontaneity, and I was kind of tapped out, running out of things to do and where I lived, and it's just about every 10 years I seem to move. Oh, sorry about that, Mystique. Yeah, like, I got those friends in West Branch. There's a couple gay guys that live across the street. They're all right and all that stuff, but I find that, like, when they're over there, if I know they're going to be there, I don't want to go over there. I just get tired of that. I don't know why. I mean, maybe I'm an Archie Bunker. I just get tired of that Pee Wee Herman bullshit. It just gets to where it's not so funny, and there's always these innuendos, and it's just like so fucking gay. I get sick of it, man. I'm being honest with you. I just get tired of listening to that shit. I'm not saying you got to be wrenching on an 18-wheeler for me to like you, but I find that when it's any like lengthy and they're real like feminine acting, and it just like I can only take so much of that. Yeah, I mean, I'd help them out if they got a flat tire or any of that fucking bullshit. I'm not going to be trying to get them fired for their jobs, but I'm just being honest with you, man. I just can take so much of that shit. It does. Oh, the mountains, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that acting like that kind of, and that gay laugh. I know two women in my life that got divorced because they got caught their husbands messing around with men. Wow, Drifter. Well, good for you, Mystique. Yeah, I mean, I just say it like it is. I mean, yeah, you could still get in a bunch of trouble for that places now. Yeah, I think so too, Julie. Yeah. 115, wow. Yeah, yeah, ultimate betrayal. I can remember reading when I was young a Playboy study one time. And this bullshit study, it's just like YouTube does. They push an agenda. Like somebody said earlier on here, they're trying to get people used to living in vans and small homes. I believe that 100%. You can like push an agenda out there and advertise it. Yeah, solar may work out there in Texas. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I don't really check it out like I should. Mystique, I don't even watch the news hardly anymore. I haven't really kept up with it. I mean, I think the world's going crazy. I mean, you look at, like, I was watching this thing where these guys from Minnesota in 1968 went up to the North Pole. They took snowmobiles, and they had interviewed a guy unrelated to that not that long ago. That whole area is open water now. Now, you can have an opinion on global warming. Well, that's the first thing. I mean, I don't know why global warming's happening, but I know that it is. different than it used to be. But there have been cyclical changes over the years. But if you look, just Google like the poles and look how the ice is disappearing. Now, I don't know what that translates into. They keep talking about higher sea levels. But that's the first thing. The second thing is this COVID bullshit worldwide. It's not like it's a political agenda in one country. And now you got this energy bullshit. They got us all by the balls with fossil fuel. And there's nothing that can replace that. Wind, water, solar, nothing. And we're in so deep now. They got us by the balls. They can charge $5.39 a gallon for gas. Now you got the energy stuff. Now housing is this inflated bullshit bubble market where even to buy a starter home in most towns where there are jobs, it's 250 grand. So you got that going for you. Now the interest rate's creeping up. Crime is through the fucking roof. Corruption's rampant. It's just like it doesn't take long to realize that, things are nothing like they used to be, and the future's not looking too good. Real estate, you got these bubble markets, you've got retail. I lived in a nice neighborhood in Chicago for like 11 years, the Gold Coast down there. And that was like the nicest neighborhood in Chicago. And when I got there, it just kind of been redone and things were happening. And it hadn't got as crazy as it is now. Things were selling for what they were listed for. They weren't selling for 50 grand more than they were listed for, like this crazy real estate now. But it was a really nice happening place. Lots of police presence. The Magnificent Mile was a big deal. And just for the hell of it, I was laying in bed the other night. I went and Googled, there were a lot of nice restaurants in the neighborhood. 95% of those are out of business now. And this is Chicago, which is, really a world-class city. So now they're out of business. And it wasn't like they didn't know what they were doing. They'd been around for 50 years. Half the retail is in the tank. The people that own the water tower was the first vertical shopping mall. That used to be the place to go. I used to eat in the California Pizza Kitchen there all the time. The people that have a $300 million loan on that just turned the keys over to the bank about a month ago. It's like, we can't do this anymore. Michigan Avenue's devastated. Smash and grabs are through the roof. They even tell you down there, and that was their crown jewel while I was there. The Magnificent Mile had been great for years. They even tell you down there to don't go out after dark. And this is in the nicest neighborhood in Chicago. This isn't like a notoriously high crime area. So when you look at places like that, you look at trouble San Francisco's having, you look at crazy New York, LA, all big cities. You're right, Dave. You're right. Yep. People were paid better. That's exactly it, Melissa. Get out of here, MM, you loser. We blocked you and you're never coming back. I can tell you, I moved down there in 98 and a buddy of mine and I were renting cars from Hertz. We knew the manager. We'd rent these Lincolns and put 15,000 miles on them. No shit. We go out to Seattle, drive down to Phoenix. And then it got to where we thought a new guy took over and he wasn't giving us that deal. So we bought a brand new Saturn. I remember it was $12,200. And we just used it to screw around, really take these road trips. But anyway, about 2 months after we had that, I drove it down to Florida. And I remember driving down there to Florida for $33 in gas from Chicago to West Palm Beach. $33 in gas. Gas was like 97 cents a gallon. Now look. No, you're right, Dave. That's exactly right. Yeah, sorry for the technical difficulties. Yeah. No, you're taking your life in your own hands down there. Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, it was. Yep. You know, but like Melissa said back then, I mean, everybody had money back then. Yeah, I got an idea of my road trips. I've taken them my whole damn life. I started taking them big time in high school. I mean, I've taken hundreds of them. No shit. That's one thing. I didn't miss a beat. When I had a chance to hit the road, I did it. So I'm glad that I did because now I think of young people now. $5 a gallon gas. What the fuck? Oh, I believe it, Julie. No, and you know, Chicago, they had a lot of suicides there that they always kept uh, and I was eating lunch one time outside in a sidewalk cafe, and a guy jumped off the eighth floor of Macy's parking deck and landed right on the windshield in front of a car stopped in front of me, right where I was sitting. Bam! Hit through the windshield, and it was an old couple. There were an old couple with an old couple in the back, and they got out, and I'm like, it's right next to me, right? They got out, and they're trying to figure out how they hit this guy. And I just happened to, catch it out the side of my eye as he jumped off the thing. I said, he jumped. This guy committed suicide. You didn't hit him. And I don't think they believed me. Yeah, actually, the guy hit the windshield and then kind of rolled like a quarter ways, and he was having a hard time breathing, and I unbuttoned the top of his shirt. No, it didn't bother me a bit. As a matter of fact, I finished my salad and ordered another Diet Coke. Yeah, as it turns out, it was some kind of gay lovers quarrel. Guy from the Health Club told me later. Oh, did you? Where'd you see yours, Mystique? Now, here I'll get depressed about the stupidest shit ever, and that didn't bother me. Thank you, Frisky. I mean, what did finishing my salad have to do with that? It didn't bother me a bit. No, I didn't have any PTSD. The police asked me. Got a statement from me. And then I knew another guy that jumped off the balcony, the street over from me. I saw all the cars out there, ambulances and stuff, but I didn't know it was him till later. I didn't see that one happen. I didn't give two shits. I'll tell you, I appreciate this chat, you guys. Thank you. It's the first night I felt like, really, I would say, like back to normal. Sitting out here, nice, like an old days chat. No, we got a cat here. Oh, do you, Riggs? Yeah, I think so. Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, it definitely killed him, that's for sure. Yeah, just sitting out here. It's cooled off, probably 80, 82 or something. I'll just go and get my mooring, get up, take a shower, hit the road. And you guys want to, if there's anything that interests you in Hilton Head, you want to see a video, let me know. I'll do it. I won't have anything to do over there. Would it really, really? Yeah, I didn't care. Yeah, it's true. Isn't that something? Yeah, I just drank a dragon's milk, actually. I did. Yep. Yeah, there's a cat here she messes around with. Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, I mean, uh, I'd say I'm doing okay. You know what I mean? I'm not setting the world on fire, that's for sure. I'm kind of in limbo now. I got to get this divorce out of the way and get all that shit in Michigan and list my condo, and uh, I'm just so unmotivated to do anything, and the reason is I don't have any deadlines. That's part of my problem. I mean, I do, but I don't. You know what I mean? So I just drag my feet with everything. Yeah, I can do that. Atlanta Zoo, yeah. Yeah, I know you know what I mean, Jabo. Yeah, It's like, just like, you never know how your life's gonna turn out. I think to myself, well, yeah, you could be a quadriplegic. Yeah, it's true. I know that I could be, but I'm not. And because I'm not, I can't compare that to how I feel. Yeah, I'm grateful that I can get up and walk around and do shit. And believe me, I know things could be a million times worse. I get that. But it isn't like that's the standard you use when you wish you were doing better. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I really haven't like done anything like happy in a while, where I'm really like really enjoying myself. Yeah, I need to get them in order. Yeah. Hilton Head, I'll probably be down there Sunday or Monday. Yeah, I mean, I think Hilton Head sucks, to be honest with you. I mean, I'll go there and it'll be okay, but I said it, the only reason I go there is, which is stupid, the food, different kinds of food, but it's not worth the trip to me, honestly. I mean, I think those beaches in Hilton Head are terrible. I'd rather walk along the Mississippi River. There's always shit laying on them. Like weird, like looks like you put a dump truck and you dumped it out there and let it wash ashore. It's this murky, greenish looking water. You couldn't see a foot in it. The last time I was there, I don't know, 3 weeks ago or so, there were two dolphins out there swimming around. You can see their fin come up when they're like doing it. And other than the fin, you couldn't see one bit of those damn things. And they were only like maybe 15, 20 feet out from shore. It's just not like attractive looking. I mean, when you look out at the sunrise, of course, that's beautiful, right? You see this big ball of orange coming up. But to look at it like, it's not like Bahamas or Miami Beach or anything like that. It's like kind of dingy looking. And no waves either. It's always these little bullshit 6-inch waves. Oh, really, Dave? Oh, okay. Yeah, right, Simka. Oh, I could do that. Do they have that? They have those roller derbies? Yeah, I thought I looked into this. I've done that before with reading literacy. They might have something like that around here. Yeah. Yeah, it's that Mystique. Yeah. It isn't really dirty. Actually, it's organic material that's from like streams and rivers. And there's a lot of places that dump off into that area, Hilton Head. It's kind of like marshy, swampy. So, no, it's not dirty, but it looks dirty. It's not like clear, blue, crystal clear water. It's more like a dirty river look, like a mud bottom, even though it's not. Sucks. I mean, I wouldn't swim in there for anything. Oh, you like proofreading? Yeah, it's all. I've been there, like 3 times. I was there a year ago, and it's just like if uh, it's just not. Somebody told me today, I was on a chat earlier, and they said it was crystal clear. I don't know where the hell that was because I've never seen crystal clear water anywhere around there. Good night, Mary. Good night, Jeff. I mean, if you Google it, like, why is the water so murky in Hilton Head, you'll find like a lot of stuff on it explaining it. Yep, see you, Mary. Yeah, you nailed it, Dave, with Chicago. Good night, Jeff. Yeah, right, Melissa. Yep. Good old days. You know, I didn't even bother to check because king crab has been like bullshit for the last 15 years anyway. His little skinny old legs. But as I said earlier, they canceled the king crab season in Alaska. And I'll bet you king crab is like, I bet you can't even get it anymore. And if you can, it's like some Russian import that's $100 a pound. Yeah, there you go. Ocean cruise. Oh, it was clear, huh? Oh, okay, Dave. The numbers were too low, and they wanted to give the females a chance to reproduce better. They did it one time about 35 years ago. If you Google it, king crab season closed in Bristol Bay. I love watching the show when they're out catching those crabs. What a way to go, man. Talk about a dangerous job. Oh, do you, Melissa? Oh, okay. Yeah, I love that deadliest catch. You ever Google those guys? A lot of those guys, I shouldn't say a lot, but more than you would suspect, overdose in the off season. If you Google that deadliest catch overdose, a lot of those guys are dying at concerts and they're finding them OD'd in hotel rooms. Yeah, I'm in the deep woods. Yeah, 235 acres. You can't hear a horn, uh, siren, nothing. Big time deep woods. Oh, do you, Simka? I see that Sig Hansen pled guilty to molesting a 17-year-old girl. He's always getting in some kind of trouble about once a year. Oh, does he, Kim? No, he's sitting out on the porch. Yeah. Yeah, Phil died. Yep. Hey, Jimmy, how you doing? Yeah. Yeah, he is. Google it. Google it though. Yep, he does. Was I think it was the stepdaughter. I may be wrong. She's an attorney now. She also sued him. Oh, is it that bad, Rita, out there? Yeah, it was. I thought it was 17. Yeah. I mean, you can still get molested even though you're over age. Good night, Conan. Yeah, you too. Okay, GMA. Yeah, I did too, Mystique. Not here though. Yep. Well, I think that was in Washington State or Alaska, so it's different in different states. Michigan's 16. I think you're thinking age of consent compared to a sexual crime, which doesn't require consent. I watched a couple of them. I thought it was all right, you know. It was okay. I watched First 48, Forensic Files, although I've seen every one 10 times. And that Oxygen channel, the Datelines, the ones they do over. Oh, wow, Rita. I was out in Yellowstone a year ago. It would be 2 years ago this September. It was all falling apart. All those walks and stuff were busted down. Half the rails were down. Parking lots were overfilled. It was terrible. Oh, cool, Simca. Did you watch the one about those McStays on that ID channel? Did you watch that one, Simca? I never watched that one. Really, Dave? Wow. Oh, I never watched that, Melissa. Can you hear that jet flying over? You hardly ever hear planes. Oh, thanks, Drifter. Yeah, Catch a Predator. That was fun. Oh my God, Mystique. All right, Frederick. Thank you. Yeah, he did, Melissa. You're right. Yep. Oh, really, Simka? Do the cops get involved or not? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to go to bed too, Kay. Good seeing you. Thank you. Oh, you can't see Frederick's comments? I don't know why. Well, I hope you guys have a good day tomorrow. Thanks for coming on tonight. I'll be checking in with you. Oh, okay, Melissa. Hey, Lakota. Good night. See you, Simka. Bye, Kay. Take care, Dave. Bye, Rita. See you, Frisky. Yeah, thank you. Now, Jabo. See you, Frederick.